Brent, good to see you. Happy Rothtober. Today we're talking about 3 considerations before making a Roth conversion. Roth accounts are an amazing tool when it comes to creating wealth. Roth IRAs are not subject to RMDs and they can pass on to your heirs tax-free. So if you are debating a Roth conversion, there are a few things to consider. First, what will your future tax rate be?
Yeah, Roth conversions are great, and they're also the buzzword in our industry. Almost every single new client I meet with, that's one thing they want to talk about. So it's important to know first that Roth contributions are tied to income limits. Roth conversions, anybody can do them.
Right.
So like you said, the first thing to consider is what will the future rates be? Well, we're in a very unique situation. So if Trump's tax cuts expire, we know tax rates are going to go up in 2026. And so also historically, we're in a very low tax environment if you look at the charts. And so that is one reason it's so important to talk about it now is not many people believe we're going to have tax rates lower than we are today. So it's a good time to talk about it.
Next consideration, you need to ask yourself when you'll need access to those funds.
Yeah, one of the rules the IRS likes to throw in there is that it's got a 5-year window where you can't use those converted funds. And so if you do use them, you're going to get hit with a 10% penalty. Tack that on top of the tax, definitely don't want to do that. And so usually the way it breaks down is you use your cash first, then you use your brokerage, then you use your pre-tax dollars, then you use your Roth. So this is something we have to keep in mind, but it's usually not going to be something that's going to kill the deal because Roth is usually built for the long term anyway.
And then last, when considering a conversion, it comes down to one important question. Do you want to pay taxes on the account, or do you want your beneficiaries to pay taxes on the account? And then you have to consider what will their future tax rate be.
I think this is probably one of the most surprised things that clients have when they come in when I start talking about legacy, because Roth conversions, they think that's for me, that's for me. Well, a lot of times it's not actually for you. So we're in that historically low tax rate tax bracket. So if we end up taking that today, you're going to pay that rate. We need to consider that too. What if you pass and your pre-tax dollars are inherited by your beneficiary? So let's say you're in the 20% tax bracket or somewhere in there. Well, your son's a doctor. Well, they're going to have 10 years to liquidate those pre-tax dollars. It's going to be taxed at that 35 and up rate. And so it's actually a legacy planning tool. How do I want my money to go to my children? What kind of tax ramifications should there be? Very important to discuss that as you're going through it.
And I do want to circle back to another vital bit of information that you touched on earlier, Brent. We are living in a historically low tax rate right now. Many financial experts believe the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 reduced federal income tax rates to the lowest they may ever be. And those cuts are set to expire at the end of 2025.
Yeah, like I said, very unique situation. And we have 2 presidential candidates. One of them has said, I'll let it expire. One of them has said, I don't plan to let that expire. And so it's right now a coin toss on whether taxes are going up or not. And even if the candidate who supports the tax cuts get in, there's no guarantee that they can maintain those. So it is a very unique time. And we've been doing planning for years because of this. And we still have a little bit of time to continue to do so.
Right. And just a reminder to everybody watching, they have to be done within the calendar year. It's not up until the tax filing deadline, right?
Absolutely. Great information to add. Has to be done by 12/31. And the institutions don't like it when you push it through at the last minute.
Right.
So
neither do you.
we can get it done, but man, it's stressful. So it's better to talk about it today than wait till the end of the year.
Exactly. All right, Brent, how can somebody crunch the numbers with you and get a hold of you?
614-430-8383, young-wm.com. We would love to talk about it.
Great. Thank you, Brent.
Thank you.